Hello, and welcome to this edition of Mindful Monday. So, if it's your first time joining us, you're always welcome to put in the comments where you're coming from, if you have any questions, comments. Also, first timers, if you type the word mindful after the broadcast, I will come back and put a link in which you can follow, and you'll receive a free hypnotic recording of releasing limiting beliefs, as well as our weekly PDF, which is our cheat sheet about what we cover during this session today. So we're here to talk about quick and easy ways to shift out of anxiety or stress, really, or any negative emotion. This is like pertinent to all of those. So sometimes when we have this like stress, anxiety, negative emotion, we kind of tend to subconsciously really shift into looking for that. Our minds, they search for, oh, is it there? Is it there? Kind of thing. And so we have to remember that the laws of the mind say that when we look for something, we're going to find it. And so that kind of tends to make our anxiety or our stress or whatever the negative emotion is grow. So you can think about it like this. If you were to tell a small child, don't touch that vase over there, he or she is eventually going to touch that vase. You can do it with pets too. I'm watching my cat like do things I don't want him to do right now. And so when we say don't, the subconscious mind doesn't receive the word don't. Now, on the other hand, if we were to say something like, kind of like intercept, it's just like kind of intercept the child or the pet, the cat right now, while they're on the verge of, hey David, of going towards that vase or something like that, what we can do is we can intercept that and we can excitedly say, hey, what do you think about that wooden bowl over there? So if we change their focus, we're changing the whole mindset and stuff like that. So focusing on stress and anxiety can be much like that vase. It can be like kind of like, oh, I'm going to make it more and more. So if you neglect to kind of change your focus, you kind of stay in the same mindset. So Tanya J. Peterson has this like thought, and she's like the author of 101 Ways to Stop Anxiety, and she suggests this. So it's a really quick one. Again, if you're driving a car, I don't want you to do this, but you don't even have to do this because it's all going to be written in the cheat sheet. It's really, really quick. But you can like think about just closing your eyes, and in the distance, pretend you see a giant bowl. And in this biggest of bowls that you've ever seen, right? What could possibly be in this humongous bowl? Now your curiosity might be piqued. And so you start towards this monstrosity of bowls, right? And at first, the anxiety might bog you down. You can drag behind you like a ball and chain. But soon you hardly even notice it because your attention is so focused on this bowl. It's riveted upon this bowl. And so this ball and chain can remain attached to you, but it doesn't have to bother you because your attention has shifted. And now soon you're going to arrive at your bowl, and you find a tall ladder. And it's leading you all the way up to the top, and you climb and you climb. And when you reach the top, you investigate and you see. And so here's the question for you. What would you see? And so this bowl, according to Tanya J. Peterson, represents your quality of life. And perhaps you might like to journal or draw this out. You might want to decide what is your new focus. You might want to journal and draw that out as well. Great. I'm going to give you a second quickie tip because that was a really quickie. And I love my quickies, but. So another quickie tip is a lot of times when we get into this feeling of like this anxiety, it can be stress, it can be anxiety, it can be any negative emotion. Kind of focusing upon that, right? And we're feeling like, oh, life isn't okay, because we kind of keep circling around. Oh, is it okay? Is it okay? Is this still happening? And of course it is. Like I said, our minds like to seek what we already are looking for. But the fact of the matter is when we're in anxiety, we're actually in the future, and we're in depression or something similar to that, we're in the past. So a lot of times you can just kind of stop yourself, and I've given you many tips about stopping yourself, like taking those 3 deep breaths and saying relax now. But this one I like too is you can kind of just stop yourself, and it can be anywhere. It can be like you can stop yourself, like if you're prone to anxiety, stress, whatever it is, and you're in traffic, you can stop yourself every time you're at a traffic light and say, I am all right now. You can stop yourself every time you make dinner. I am all right now. You can stop yourself every time you, whatever it is, I am all right now. So if you do this a few times every day, you're going to kind of like be giving your mind a new mantra, right? And it's redirecting your thoughts and stuff, because we tend to think about, like the worst case scenario. And this is like such a rejuvenating thing to just be like, I am all right now, because actually most of us actually really are all right now in the present moment. The things we worry about or upset about are in the past or the present, or I'm sorry, not the present, the past or the future. So the present is actually pretty much okay right now. All right. So I hope that was useful to you all, and happy Mindful Monday. Take care.